Good morning. Continue the story of Teputepuimaka the Stalactite. The secret was only the Queen Mother, Tepu, and Taufatahi can still change. Halaivalu cannot change into any other form but being human at all time. King Tepu's memories of his mother when he grew up, and a lullaby she taught him to sing, Isiefiafi Pea Uongo Ivale. He sang and cried at the same time. He sneaked to his secret place and fell asleep. Malupo was so drunk because he missed the queen so much, went away and slept at the rear gate of the palace without knowing anything on the funeral night. Chapter 6. The planning, the assassination, will take place on the funeral night because the king will be so tired and sneak to his secret place and sleep. Halaivalu insisted. We set out Malupo that he showed us to the secret place and then he disappeared, said Fehuloni. When midnight fell, everyone started to have a rest, very exhausted. Kinikini came quietly, sneaked to the secret place with the direction of Halaivalu, and assassinated King Tepu with a spear. Very lucky, the person that slept there was not King Tepu. It was a fake by Taufatahi who changed a pet into King Tepu's body. And this is what happened. Wake up, King Tepu, said Taufatahi, and told him, hurry, change into an eagle, and take off from the island, and come back later when it is safe. How did Tahi know the evil plan? One time Taufatahi missed King Tepu, and decided to pay a visit. Tahi was so shocked when he heard every word from Queen Halaivalu, Fehuluni, and Kinikini about the assassination. And that night he was hanging as a pet at the corner of their secret room, hiding behind the curtain. When Kinikini speared the king, he called for help. Malupo showed me the way, and Loulu murdered his brother. This plan was late because Loulu learned it from her mother. The turtle told him, my son, the assassination is a setup of Halaivalu, Kinikini, and Fehuluni. Nothing to do with Malupo. Your brother is alive and well. He is on the island of the paradise where I raised him. Taufatahi told everything to the turtle Queen Ala. Loul was so furious and prepared to fight the princess. Queen Ala, my son, I do apologize and reconcile with Loulu. Loulu asked her mother, please forgive me for what I did to the island. The funeral of the great king, followed by the appointment of Lady Lavinia Halaivalu to the throne. Today, Queen's counselors are Fehuluni and Kinikini, and they are my advisor and my bodyguard. The wedding of Fehuluni and Kinikini, the ordering to disband Maka failed and directed Malupo to be exiled at the deserted island, and the rest of the warriors are to be sailed at sea and never return. They were ordered to take a canoe without a sail and sail on a stormy night. Queen Ala saved all of them and took them to the Dedos Islands and welcomed them with her sea creatures. She told them the king is alive and his stay in Paradise Island is prohibited. But I will take you there and describe all of that happened in our island, murmured the queen. The reunion of King Tepu and his warriors, and they were aware of the assassination by Kinikini, who married to Fehuluni, and was revealed that Queen Lavinia's secret lover before married to King Tepu. He cried, I wish Malbo is safe and alive and wish they won't kill Papalulu. Papalulu was put in the cell. Queen Halaival, who became Queen Lavinia, informed the islanders that Louulu murdered his brother because he wanted to become king. But if you tell a different story, then you'll be jailed straight away. The southern villagers already received the right and truth from Louulu and the present of Queen Ala. Louulu prepared to fight. Queen Lavinia and his guards, Louulu sent a messenger telling the queen of her wicked plan, which was already revealed by Foritia, a warrior spy who heard everything. Unfortunately, she ordered to put Foritia in the cell and prepared to fight Louulu. So Kinikini and Fehuluni became the highest chiefs and organized the war and trained the people. Not long, Louulu was ready. We all fight for the dignity of human being. Let's fight for freedom. Louulu instructed his men. They fought the hard battle, and finally Louulu, the war. And Queen Lavinia was arrowed on the hand, and she fell on a rock and passed away at the scene. A warrior was fighting with Kinikini, was able to chop Kinikini's one arm, but he escaped on a horse and disappeared in the forest. Fehuruni was brought to justice. Louulu, what you did was unacceptable. I'm ordering you to the skull place and be jailed there. The appointment of Louulu to the throne, and he is aware that his brother is well and safe, and one day they might meet and come together and rule the island once more time. Louulu brought peace and food, appointed new chief warriors, and lived peacefully for some time. There was no slavery. They focused on cropping, farming, and everyone enjoyed with this king. Papalulu always saw Louulu in his dream and knowing that there is a storm going to strike. Louulu on one occasion fell asleep at the beach and was woken to find himself sleeping on a weird portal. My lucky day, best dream ever. The turtle Queen Ala was watching him and was late to save his son. My son, you bring hope and now you become your old self again. It was red liquid inside and there's the magic to change you to be strong only at night. The upside is you live normal and only change at midnight and change back before the sun rises around 6 in the morning. Queen Ala told Tepu, my son gets ready to fight your brother who turned into a monster again. Queen Ala meditated. I love you both, and now you are going to fight each other. Papalulu was there smiling at the queen. Lulu, they hugged her. I come to bring you to hope, and we have to accept everything that is woven in the pattern of our journey. It's part of the road we walk, even death. She smiled and hugged Papalulu again. Chapter 7. Somewhere along the line, Louulu was worried. The islanders might get me and accuse me in my human form. So he decided to fake his death and pretended that he fell on the side of the cliff and died. This was witnessed by kids who were swimming at the beach. Louulu escaped to the Kamakama Island. Finally, he said, he brought up and created an army. They changed at night. Louulu remembered Fehuluni. I must go and bring my mothers home, he whispered to one of the monsters. That night, he changed into her beast form, and they became worse than before. When Louulu was announced there, the newly appointed chief Olive ruled the island temporarily, and then they would appoint a king. We could overthrow Olive and my mother, and I will rule again, he said to one of the priests. Planning to overthrow Olive was carried out secretly beside a tree at the beach. Little did they know the turtle Quinala was listening to every word under the echoes of the currents and the oceans. Lo'ulu told his queen mother Feuluni, I want to rule again like hell. Whip and slave the people and more. Queen Ala knows the plan of her evil son and decides to dive as deep, hard as she could looking for Taufatahi to help King Tepu in preparation to fight amongst each other. Unfortunately, before Taufatahi became a keeper of the magic, he makes an error and two portals broke and liquid mixed up. He became a half shark and half human, and the magic cannot change him back. Luckily, Queen Ala finally met Taufatahi after a big fight with a strong current where she nearly died. Taufatahi carried the queen in his arms. What happened? The queen told him Lo'ulu is planning to overthrow Olive off the island at any time. And that's why I come and ask for your help to support King Tepu fighting Lo'ulu, who becomes a bad son again. Taufatahi had great respect for Queen Ala and told her, we will be ready when you raise the alarm. So we joined Tepu and his warriors. And only Tepu can change into a shark, a par, a pet, and an eagle. Taufatahi told Ala, I know they only peace, change at night, so the attack should be from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that's when they are in their human form. And we probably destroy them all. And let the King Tepu rule, and I beg you to let me take my half-men and women and animals and occupy the island of paradise and become the guidance of your island with the trees. It will be done, my great warrior, Taufatahi, as you wish, said Queen Ala. The night without warning, Lo'ulu and her mother were attacked, rampaging and destroyed everything in their way. They agreed, we have to save the people and rule again, and we will become so powerful than ever. Tepu sent a message to Taufatahi to guard the ocean. Right now, the peace are on the move. He will send a group of warriors to help him, and he will face to face with his brother and probably kill him because he cannot fly. After Taufatahi received the note, straight away gathered his men. Today, we all guard the ocean, so no peace escape. In saying that, you find yourself alive, you are a genius. Otherwise, we are already in hell. But what we fight for along with our great king will be forever and will go to eternity. Our potential to end this corruption and give our king a chance to rule again. King Tepu and his warriors arrived at the island and started fighting and changed the lost of peace to their human form. And they become good and helped the king fight his brother. Many peace tried to escape in the oceans, but they were getting caught by Ala and Taufatahi and killed them and changed them into their human form and fight the beast. That's all for me to fulfill my dream for a good act, is to put an end to this. I do miss you, my brother, so go to the great spirit of the great ancestors, and my Papalulu's wisdom guided your heart. Rest in peace, my brother, cried Tepu. The death of Lo'ulu was caused by an arrow by one of the king's warriors. Feuluni changed into a human too and was able to escape from the palace and swam back to the Kamakama Island, her island. That's enough for today. Bye for now.